Good evening, everybody. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Would the clerk please read the open public meeting statement?
Pursuant to Section 5 of the Open Public Meeting Act, adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by posting on the bulletin board at Borough Hall and by notification to the Asbury Park Press, the Newark Star Ledger, and the New Coaster at least 48 hours prior to the meeting.
Thank you. I'd like to invite everyone to join me in saluting the flag. Pledge allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I'd like to ask the clerk to read the statement of elections, please.
Yes. This November, there were petitions filed by 4 candidates for the office of mayor and 5 petitions filed for the office of council members at large. The results of the municipal election held November 2nd, 2021 in the Borough of Tinton Falls as certified by the county clerk are as follows. The petitions for mayor were Vito Perillo, and he received 2,569 votes. Ellen Goldberg received 2,280 votes. Michael Miles received 1,265 votes, and Brock Siebert received 639. There were 2 seats to be filled for council member at large, and there were 5 candidates. John A. Manginelli received 2,761 votes. Lawrence Dobrin, 2,321. Mitchell Kohlberg, 2,316. Fatima Ursioli, 1,868, and Julio Seda, 1,577. These are all 4-year terms, and the expiration of their term will be December 31st, 2025. That concludes the statement of elections.
Thank you. I'd like to thank everyone for attending today, and I'd like to quickly recognize the dignitaries who are present with us, including Monmouth County Sheriff Sean Golden, Assemblywoman-elect Marilyn Piperno, and Kim Uellner. Thank you all for attending this evening. Okay, with that, we are going to move on to our swearing-in ceremonies. We're going to start with Mayor Vito Perillo, who will be sworn in by Kevin Starkey, and I'd like to invite you up to perform the swearing-in ceremony.
Please repeat after me. I, Vito Perillo, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people. I do further solemnly swear that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of the office of mayor according to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations. Thank you.
Congratulations. Next, we have Councilmember Dr. Larry Dobrin, who will be sworn in by Sean Golden, Monmouth County Sheriff. I'd like to invite you to join at the beginning.
Left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand. It's always a test. I, Dr. Lawrence A. Dobrin,
I, Lawrence A. Dover,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New Jersey,
of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same
and to the governments
and to the government
established in the United States
established in the United
and
States
in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I do further solemnly swear
I do further solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of
all the duties of
council member at large
council member at large
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Councilmember Manginelli couldn't be with us this evening, and the swearing-in ceremony will be performed separately offline. With that, clerk, roll call.
Mrs. Clay?
Here.
Dr. Dobrin?
Here.
Mr. Manginelli's absent. Mr. Nessie?
Here.
Ms. Buckley?
Here, thank you. Now for the appointment of council president. At this time, I'd like to open the floor for a nomination for council president.
Yes, I would like to nominate Tracy Buckley for council president.
Thank you. Are there any other nominations? I'd like to see if there's a second for council
Second.
president. Oh, thank you, Dr. Dobrin. May I have a roll call on the nomination of myself as council president?
Mrs. Clay?
Yes.
Dr. Dobrin?
Yes.
Mr. Nessie?
Yes.
Ms. Buckley?
Yes, thank you, everybody. Now I'd like to move on to the appointment of deputy council president. At this time, I'd like to open the floor for nominations for deputy council president, and I would like to nominate Councilmember Risa Clay. Do I have a second on my nomination?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Nessie. May I have a roll call on the nomination of Councilwoman Risa Clay as deputy council president?
Mrs. Clay?
Yes.
Dr. Dobrin?
Yes.
Mr. Nessie?
Yes.
Ms. Buckley?
Yes, congratulations. Now we are going to have the oath of office administered for both council president and deputy council president by Melissa Hessler, our borough clerk.
I, Tracy Buckley,
I, Tracy Buckley,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New Jersey,
of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I do further solemnly swear
I do further solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of council president
of council president
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. I, Risa Clay,
I, Risa Clay,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New Jersey,
of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I do further solemnly swear
I do further solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of Deputy Council President
of Deputy Council President
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God. Thank you.
Now we move on to our statement of newly elected officials, and I'll ask the mayor if you have a statement you'd like to read.
The mayor said he'd wait until the, I'm sorry.
You'll do that in reports? Okay. All right, we'll move on to appointment of directors then. Yeah, okay.
Does he have a statement?
I guess we'll do them during reports.
Okay.
Do the statements during reports. Okay. At this time, we'll move on to resolutions for appointment of directors. Mayor Perillo, do you have a nomination for the appointment to the position of Director of Law?
I do. Kevin Starr.
Thank you. May I ask the clerk to read the title of the resolution?
Resolution consenting to appointment of Kevin Starkey as Director of Law. That's Resolution R22-01.
Thank you. May I have a motion to adopt the resolution?
Motion.
Thank you. May I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. May I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Clay?
Yes.
Dr. Dobrin?
Yes.
Mr. Nessie?
Yes.
Ms. Buckley?
Yes. Next, we have resolution confirming the appointment to the Director of Public Works. Mayor, do you have a nomination for the appointment for the position of Director of Public Works?
Yes, I do. His name is Mark Shaffrey. M-A-R-K Shaffrey, S-H-A-F-F-E-R-Y.
Thank you. May I ask the clerk to read the title of this resolution?
Resolution R-22-002, resolution confirming appointment of Mark Shaffrey as Director of the Department of Public Works.
Thank you. May I have a motion to adopt this resolution?
Motion.
Thank you. May I have a second?
Second.
May I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Clay?
Yes.
Dr. Dobrin?
Yes.
Mr. Nessie?
Yes.
Ms. Buckley?
Yes. Next, we have the resolution confirming the appointment of Borough Engineer. Mayor Perillo, do you have a nomination for the appointment to the position of Director of Engineering?
Yes, I do, and I would like to appoint Thomas Neff.
Thank you. May I ask the clerk to read the title of the resolution?
Resolution R-22-003, resolution confirming appointment of Borough Engineer Thomas Neff.
Thank you. May I have a motion to adopt this resolution?
Motion.
Thank you. May I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. May I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Clay?
Yes.
Dr. Dobrin?
Yes.
Mr. Mancinelli? Oh, excuse me, I apologize. He's not here. Mr. Nessie?
Yes.
And Ms. Buckley?
Yes. Thank you. Now we move on to the appointments to the Planning Board. Mayor Perillo, would you please read your recommendations for the class members to the Planning Board?
I would like to appoint Gary Baldwin, Class 1, 4-year term ending December 31st, 2025. Daniel Romanoff, Class 2, 1-year term ending December 31st, 2022. Frank Lodato, Class 4, 4-year term ending December 31, 2025. William Holubowski, alternate number 2, 2-year term ending December 31st, 2023. And those are my nominations.
Thank you. Now we move on to the approval of minutes. There are 2 sets of meeting minutes for approval this evening. May I have a motion to approve the October 5th, 2021 regular and executive session minutes?
Motion.
Thank you. May I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. May I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Clay?
Yes.
Dr. Dobrin?
Abstain.
Mr. Nessie?
Was I here for this meeting?
I don't have the minutes in front of me.
I'm going to abstain because I don't think I was here for this meeting, just for the executive session.
Okay, I don't have the minutes in front of me to
Okay.
know that.
Abstain.
Yes.
So we'll have
However,
to
we're
approve
gonna
those
need
at the
to-
next meeting.
Yeah. Now we move on to reports, and we will start with Mr. Neff, our Borough Engineer.
Thank you, Council President. I just want to say I look forward to working with everyone again in 2022. Best of luck to our new council member, Dr. Dobrin, and everyone else. For our report, I just want to mention that we had a pre-construction meeting with New Jersey American Water this morning. Just as an update, they're going to be starting another phase of their water main upgrades. This one's going to be on Pine Brook Road from Wayside Road to Pearl Harbor Road. They're most likely starting next week, so just be on the lookout for that. The intersection of Wayside and Pine Brook by the liquor store and deli. There'll be some, hopefully no major detours, but some lane shifts and some potential short-term detours, so just be aware if you're in that area. That's all I have.
Thank you. Mr. Fallon, our CFO and acting BA.
Yeah, thank you, Council President. No real report tonight. I would just like to wish everyone a healthy and happy New Year. Welcome and congratulations to Councilman Dobrin. Look forward to working with you this year. And congratulations on re-election to Mayor Perillo and Councilman Manginelli. And I look forward to obviously continuing to work with you as well. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Fallon. Mayor Perillo, for your report.
Yes, I would like to second the comments made by Mr. Fallon, and I'd like to thank my family who supported me and gave me the courage to run for a second term. At any rate, I'm looking forward to working with the council and Mr. Dobrin, the new council member, and Mr. Manginelli. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Mr. Starkey, our Director of Law, for your report.
Yes, I would, I don't have a full report. I just wanted to thank the mayor and council for my reappointment, and congratulations to the mayor. And welcome to Dr. Dobrin to the council. I look forward to working with you. And Happy New Year to everybody who's here. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Starkey. Mrs. Hessler, for your report.
Yes, I'd like to reiterate all the welcome and congratulations to Mayor's reelection. Dr. Dobrin coming aboard, congratulations. And although Mr. Manginelli is not here, I wanted to congratulate him as well in case he's watching us on YouTube. So best of luck to everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Hessler. Now we'll move on to council reports. Mrs. Clay.
Thank you, Council President. I would just like to offer my congratulations to Mayor Perillo. It's been wonderful to work with him, and I look forward to that continued working relationship and all the great things that he's going to do for Tinton Falls. I would also like to congratulate Dr. Dobrin. I'm also looking forward to working together, and Councilman Manginelli, who's been a pleasure to also work with. I'd like to congratulate our reappointed professionals. In the last couple of years, I've learned so much from each of you, and I look forward to that continued path. And also, I would just like to thank our newly appointed council president for everything that she's done the past few years, and also everything that she's taught me since I came on board. Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Dobrin, if you have a report this evening.
No, I'd just like to make a few comments, if I may.
Please.
First, I want to thank our Monmouth County Sheriff, Sean Golden, for honoring me by swearing me in, and he's also honoring the borough of Tinton Falls with his presence here this evening. So thank you, Sheriff. I'd like to congratulate my running mates on the re-election, Mayor Vito Perillo, of course, and Council Member John Manginelli. I'm pleased to be joining this council with President Tracy Buckley, Council Deputy President Risa Clay, and Council Member Michael Nessie. Over 36 years ago, my wife Pamela and I decided to make Tinton Falls our home to raise our 3 children. Now I am very proud to serve the residents of Tinton Falls as your newest elected council member. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Dobrin. Mr. Nessie, if you have a report this evening.
Thank you, Council President, and good evening, everybody. I think we all can agree the purpose of our Tinton Falls government and all local government is to provide an organized system where the mayor and council work together within the borough's professionals and residents to exercise their power and responsibilities for peace, order, and good governance for the borough. As part of our duties, the council and mayor are expected to work toward improving social, economic, and environmental viability and sustainability for the benefit of the town. Overall, our Tinton Falls government should provide quality of life for our neighbors who live in our community, and I expect nothing less. I look forward to continuing to work with Mayor Perillo and Councilman Manginelli. Congratulations on your successful campaign. I also look forward to continuing to work with Council President Buckley and Councilwoman Clay. I love working with you guys. I learned a lot, as you said, Councilwoman Clay, the past 2 years. It's been amazing. And of course, I really look forward to working with you, Councilman Dobrin. Congratulations on your successful campaign. I'm eager to work with you, as we once have back in the late 90s when you were my basketball coach for Tinton Falls Rec's undefeated team. There is much to do, and I'm confident in working with the mayor, council, borough professionals, employees, but most importantly, our Tinton Falls neighbors. Thank you. That concludes my report.
Thank you. Very well said. And finally, for my report, I will echo everyone's congratulations. Congratulations, Mayor Perillo. Congratulations, Dr. Dobrin. Congratulations, John Manginelli, if you're watching. And congratulations to our appointed officials and professionals. I echo the same sentiments. I've learned a ton over the past 2 years, in particular from all the borough professionals, and I look forward to our continued excellent working relationship. Let's have a great year, everybody. All right, there are no ordinances for introduction or final consideration this evening. So that brings us to the open public discussion. If I understand correctly, there were no written comments submitted?
Correct, there were no written comments.
Great, thank you. May I have a motion to open the public discussion?
Motion.
Thank you. May I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
This is the time the public may make a comment on any topic of their choice. Please state your name and address for the record and limit your comments to 3 minutes. Does anyone, member of the public, have a comment they'd like to make this evening? No? Okay. Well, that was quick. Hearing no further comments, may I have a motion to close the public discussion?
Motion.
Thank you. May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Great. Miscellaneous business. Does any council member have anything to add that they did not during the report? Okay. Moving on to the resolutions. The first are a set of appointments to the various boards and commissions, as well as the council liaison appointments, and we will vote on each resolution separately. If the clerk could please read the title of the first resolution.
Resolution R-22-004, resolution appointing member to the Shade Tree Commission.
Thank you. May I have a motion to adopt this resolution?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
Thank you. May I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Clay?
Yes.
Dr. Dobrin?
Yes.
Mr. Nessie?
Yes.
Ms. Buckley?
Yes. Will the clerk please read the title of the next resolution?
Resolution R-22-005, a resolution appointing members to the Environmental Commission.
Thank you. May I have a motion to adopt this resolution?
Motion.
And a second?
Second.
May I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Clay?
Yes.
Dr. Dobrin?
Yes.
Mr. Nessie?
Yes.
Ms. Buckley?
Yes. Thank you. Will the clerk please read the title of the next resolution?
Resolution R-22-006, resolution appointing members to the Historic Commission.
Thank you. May I have a motion to adopt this resolution?
Motion.
Ms. Clay, motion. Second?
Second.
Thank you, Dr. Dobrin. May I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Clay?
Yes.
Dr. Dobrin?
Yes.
Mr. Nessie?
Yes.
Ms. Buckley?
Yes. Thank you. Will the clerk please read the title of the next resolution?
Resolution R-22-007, resolution appointing members to the Zoning Board.
Thank you. May I have a motion to adopt this resolution?
Motion.
Thank you. Mr. Nessie, second?
Second.
Thank you, Mrs. Clay. May I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Clay?
Yes.
Dr. Dobrin?
Yes.
Mr. Nessie?
Yes.
Ms. Buckley?
Yes. Thank you. Will the clerk please read the title of the next resolution?
Resolution R-22-008, resolution appointing Class 3 member to the Planning Board.
Thank you. May I have a motion to adopt this resolution?
Motion.
Thank you. May I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. May I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Clay?
Yes.
Dr. Dobrin?
Yes.
Mr. Nessie?
Yes.
Ms. Buckley?
Yes. Thank you. Will the clerk please read the title of the next resolution?
Resolution R-22-009, resolution appointing liaison to committees.
Thank you. May I have a motion to adopt this resolution?
Motion.
Thank you. And a second?
Second.
Thank you. May I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Clay?
Yes.
Dr. Dobrin?
Yes.
Mr. Nessie?
Yes.
Ms. Buckley?
Yes. Thank you. Before we move on to the consent agenda, are there any items on the consent agenda that any member of the council would like to be removed and voted upon separately? Okay. Hearing none, may I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Motion.
Thank you. May I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. May I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Clay?
Yes.
Dr. Dobrin?
Yes.
Mr. Nessie?
Yes.
Ms. Buckley?
Yes. Great. There was no executive session this evening, and there was no workshop, obviously. This concludes today's business. May I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Thank you. May I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all. This meeting is now adjourned at 7:58 PM. Have a good evening, everybody.
Thank you for yours, too.